my name is Rose Castillo with Crafty Night Owls, and today I'm going to show you how to make this interactive card. And look at my little sailboat, it just is rocking on the sea. Isn't that awesome? I was on YouTube, which I'm on a lot, especially when I craft. I'll just put crafting videos on and let them play in the background, and I glance over them while I'm stamping or whatever. And a video came on with, it was May made this and so can you. And she does videos, and I believe she has her own stamp line or something like that. And I saw that she had done an interactive card like this, and I thought, oh, this is so cool. But it was not Stampin' Up! Products, so I thought, you know what, I have the Swirly Bird Stamp Set, I bet you I can use that. So last night I stayed up and I made this card, and it is just so fun. I was like rocking it back and forth, and I'm like, okay, I gotta go to sleep because it was really late at night. And so this is a stamp set, Swirly Bird, and it has a coordinating die, and you can buy it in a bundle and save 10%. But I first originally fell in love with this stamp set because of these swirls and then the dies, and I thought that's really the only reason why I wanted this stamp set. And so who knew that I would love so much more about it? I started seeing samples pop up with the kite and the sailboat and the bird's nest, and I thought, oh my word, that is so cute. So I'm so glad I got this set. This is a must-have set. It is very versatile. And so today we're going to be making this, and this is so awesome. I think that it is just too cool. And my 4-year-old, Caden, he said, that is awesome, Mom. So, hey, I got the kids' approval too. They don't think my crafts are that cool, but he actually thought this one was. I'm going to take my Stampin Pierce Mat first, and I'm going to start with my background. And for the background, all I did was I took the swirl here, and I took my Daffodil Delight Ink Pad, and I just inked this up, and this is going to play as my sun over here in the corner. So pretty. Alright, I love Daffodil Delight. Yellow is one of my favorites. And so I did that, and then in the beginning I did not plan to put clouds because there's no clouds in the stamp set. But I do have the Weather Together stamp set, so I thought, you know what, let me add a couple of clouds, and I did that afterwards here. So I had to fussy cut those, but this time I'm just going to do a couple stamping, and then there's 2 sizes, and so we'll just do those, and maybe I'll do one more, the larger size, just kind of up here. Okay, just add some clouds. And then also, while I have my Soft Sky ink, I took a piece of sponge and I just kind of rubbed it around the white spots here, just so that my sky wasn't white. And nothing, I don't even know if you guys can see that on camera because it's so light. And so it just gives it a soft blue color in the background. So let's put this aside. I don't think I need this ink pad anymore. And then that's going to be my backdrop, with the exception of I did draw in. This is, you don't have to be an artist to do this. Like, just do those 2 little birds, and that's it. And just couple little humps, and you got some birds flying in the background. So we'll put this up there for now. The next thing we're going to do is I have these 2 pieces of Pull Party, and they are 5 1/4 by 2 1/4 and 2 3/4. So there's a smaller one and a bigger one, and this is where we're going to get our dimension here. If you notice here, we have 2 layers of Soft Sky. And if my voice gets a little cracky, I apologize. I've been dealing with a cold all week, and so I am kind of raspy a little bit. Okay, so here is the swirls from that Swirly Bird die set. And then I just took one, and I'm going to glue it to the left. Then I'm going to take the other one, and I'm going to glue it to the right. And this will just give me, so that my dips and stuff don't fall in the exact same place. So this will just give me a little bit better leverage. And let's see, I think I did it the other way though, and I'm going to keep it the same just so it doesn't mess up anything. So we'll go that way and that way. Okay, so let me find my glue. Here it is. I just used Tombow. I know you could probably use the fine tip glue pen, which works great also, but it takes a little bit longer to dry, and I just don't want to mess this up since I am recording, and hopefully none of my kids wake up from their nap in between me recording, because if they do, then you'll hear them. Okay, so I didn't go all the way to the other edge when I'm doing this because it hangs over a little bit, so you don't really need to. Okay, so I am going, oops, oh, I just stuck my finger in glue. Wonderful. Okay, let's do this. And I glued that down. I should have my silicone mat under here because that resists any of the sticky. Okay, so this time, instead of hanging over on this edge, we're going to go this way. And so, right? Yeah. Okay, I don't want to get confused. And just, again, running some glue lightly so it doesn't squeeze out from under your strips since they're so thin. And the thing I love about this glue is that you don't need a whole lot and it does stick really well. So, okay, let's go here and glue that down. And now I will just take my paper snips and just cut right along there, and then go to the opposite side and do the same thing. Okay, I'm gonna, some of those flew, so they're not in the way, but then ultimately these are going to lay on top of each other, but we need to get rid of this extra cardstock, and so just a little bit of fussy cutting on this part, and it doesn't take a whole lot of effort really. It's like so small. Okay, there's that one. And I take my second piece and voila. I did see a little piece right here that didn't get cut. Alright, that was quick, and I just have to do a sentiment here, and I'm going to stamp, this time I'm going to stamp in real red, because I decided to add some red in here instead of all just blue. So let's stamp happy birthday right there. Alright, I'm going to use that again in a minute. So those are our waves, and that's done. Now the next thing to do is we're going to need to make our sailboat. I should have left this real red open because I'm going to do the sail in real red. Real quick. Okay, there's that. Oh, and then I won't close that because I do need it again after I stamp the second sail. And where is my mint macaroon? I love this color. It is so pretty. Okay, so these are photopolymers, so I'm using the Stampin Pierce Mat also. I don't think I mentioned that because that just helps with some extra cushion under there and gives you a better image when you stamp. So I do recommend that you use that. And then there's this little flag. We're going to stamp that in real red. And just stamp that right up there on the top of your sails. And then we can close this. And then I just took this image here that can be used like the nest, or it can be used as the bottom of your boat. And I'm going to ink this up. This ink pad is actually one of the old style that I never got a new one in. So, what is this? On the old style pads, I tended to like practically beat my pads with my stamps. So, anyway. Now this is fussy cut, but it is not a bad thing. to fussy cut because it's not a lot of intricate cutting. So my customers love to tease me about cutting out these little crab legs on a really old stamp set. This is before we even had die cuts to match any of our stamp sets. Like, that wasn't even a thing. And I had them cut out, fussy cut, and back in those days we did a lot of fussy cutting for our cards and scrapbook pages, and so they like to tease me about those crab legs and the got a little piece of glue, the crab legs, and then there was a bumblebee or something like that, and it had two little antennas, and I had them cut it out one time, and yeah, they still tease me about it. And it's been years. Okay, I'm going to take my hole punch here, and I'm going to punch a hole right in the center, right there, and I am going to take a brad, which I know we don't carry these anymore, but you can find them in your craft stores, or you might even have a collection of them like I do. I have a whole jar full of them, and it's just something that, I don't know, I buy them and then I don't use as many as I think I will. Okay, so I'm going to add some glue right here to the back of my sailboat after I punch that hole, and then I am going to put this piece of cardstock right here on my sailboat, and then I'm going to re-punch this hole right on, line it up and just re-punch it. Okay, I did just get interrupted by my youngest, so okay, I'm starting. I was telling you that you need to punch a hole again after you put this piece on here. And you might be wondering why you need this stick of paper. Well, this is where you are going to line up your boat. And I used Pool Party for that stick of paper just because, just in case it happens to peek out, you'll just think it's the background. Because I did do one, and it was, it kept getting caught. Not getting caught. It keeps, this one right here actually, you keep seeing the white. So, anyway, I'm just trying to prevent that. So, I am just lining this up kind of where I want my boat. And I am going to use my paper piercer and kind of just poke a hole through so I know exactly where to punch my hole. And then I am going to actually put a couple of dimensionals right back here just to give it some depth so that it doesn't stick directly to the back of, or you know, like it has some height. That's the word I'm looking for. I can never talk when I'm recording videos. It's crazy. But I'm not taking the backs off, so I just want to mention that. Don't take the backs off. And then I'm going to put my brad through, and then I'm going to put it through there. And using my paper piercer, I'm going to kind of use that as a guide, and I'm going to pull down that. But I don't want it to be flat against the paper because then it won't be able to move. So it kind of just gives it some height. Oops. I want it to be able to move back and forth like that. So you can't put this tight, you have to have it loose. The next thing I'm going to do is I have a penny, and Mr. Lincoln here is going to help us, and I just used some sticky tape. And I put that on there. Let's see, I'll peel this off. I went a little bit over. I mean, if you know another glue that'll hold a penny really well, by all means use it, but that is a pretty strong adhesive, so I'm going to put that. And that's just going to give some weight so that your boat can actually go back and forth like that. So, anyway, okay. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to grab some of these foam adhesive strips from Stampin' Up. And I'm going to put it on my smaller piece along the edge here. Don't want it to hang over. And I am going to put this little piece right there, and just to stop that penny from going any further than that. And then I'm going to take another piece and put it along this edge. Okay, and then we will cut another small little piece, and let's put it over here where we would want that to stop. And that's just going to have a barrier there so that our penny doesn't start flipping out side of the card. And I'm going to put some along the bottom here, just so that there's nice and even support around the card. Okay. Now I can peel off the little sticky coverings, the backing, and let's do it on all of it. And one more to go. Okay, so now this is where we're going to line up. I just lined up one edge and then on the bottom and then went across and then laid it flat, and then I kind of, let's see, I need to make sure my, I don't know, okay, there, it's working. Okay, now because of this brad here and we want it to be able to move so our boat can move, we are going to want to put some dimensionals on the back of here, but I just put regular dimensionals because this card is already really thick from the foam adhesive strips and then now dimensionals, so I didn't want the height from the foam strips. I just wanted dimensional height because they're a little bit thinner. And then let's go ahead and lay this, and I can't, again, I'm just lining up the edge and the bottom all the way to, and then pressing it down. And so now we have our card front. And the last thing to do is get our Dapper Denim card base and crease that with my bone folder. And then I just used the Mono multi-purpose adhesive. This one's getting to its end, or I have some glue blocking it, one or the other. Alright, here we go, and then I'm just going to center this right on my card base, and my card will be done. Now this card does have a lot of dimension like I've mentioned before, so you want to probably either give this in person if you're going to a birthday party or something like that, or make sure that you pay the extra postage when you go to the post office, because it will cost more than normal. So there you go. I just love these cards. Like, how fun. I think I like the red better than the blue. What do you think? I think because there's already so much blue in this card that the red just makes it pop a little bit more. And if you would like to purchase anything that I used in this video today, you can visit my website at www.rosecastillo.stampinup.net and you can place an order. I also want to mention that right now, during the month of July, Stampin' Up! Is having bonus days, and for every $50 you spend, you get a $5 bonus coupon. And those will be able to be redeemed August 2nd through August 31st. Now, if you do take advantage of this deal, which I would if I were you, make sure when you get the email with the confirmation for your bonus coupons that you save those in as many places as possible so you don't lose them, because they cannot resend them to you. And so if you lose them, we won't be able to get them for you. So make sure that you save them and you keep them and you screenshot them and you write them down in your notebook so you don't forget them. And so next month you'll be able to use them. Alright, thank you for watching my video. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, and watch for future videos. Thank you, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.